Hey everyone, Matthew of Mr. Domestic to share with you my Swedish Advent Star Ornament 2.0. I made my original tutorial 3 years ago, and I've been tinkering around with it. Basically, I'll show you this. I bought this big box of Heat and Bond Ultra Hold, so I've been finding places to use it, and this is one of those places. This is a no-sew ornament. The other one you had to sew. Cuts it down to like a quarter of the amount of time, and you can have 2 different fabrics on each side. Like, the sky's the limit with this new no-sew, easy breezy ornament. So if you're ready to make some ornaments that will knock the socks off anyone who sees them without sewing, stick with me, subscribe, thumbs up, let's have some fun. Since this is an entirely no-sew experience to start things off, to make one, I have 2 5" by 10" at a minimum pieces of fabric, using these 2. 1 5" by 10" at a minimum piece of Heat and Bond Ultra Hold. This is the stuff that's like so strong. It says it's the strongest no-sew adhesive for real, but make sure to get the Ultra Hold, because the Ultra Hold is the kind that, like, you can't make that stuff go away. If you get anything lighter, then that won't be a durable adhesion. So for these, we are going to fuse. First thing is fuse it to one side. Now this is good. Next is to trim this into the strips. So let me just trim off the overage, square it up. Okay, so this is one pattern that I just alternated it. I went like this with the different strips. Ta-da. And then I did the same for all of the weaves. For this one, I am going to make them all go the same way, just because I want to see what that would look like. Okay, so hi. For this, I am going to use pins for this first section. But I just want to caution you, with this, once you poke a hole, that hole will stay there forever. It won't disappear because of the adhesive. So I am going straight to the edge right there. And if it's janky when I'm done, I'm going to snip that off. No one will know, they'll be the wiser. Now I'm just going to weave these through. Standard basket weave, which is over, under, over, under. Try to center this and make sure that it's perpendicular to the other ones. Here, find a line. If you wanted to draw a grid, you could, but since this is small, I don't really do that. I'm going to pin this in place. But before I move on to the next strip, I'm going to bring in some glue. This is going to be a keepsake ornament, so I want to make sure that it lasts for a while. I love Aleene's Fabric Fusion. They have it in this smaller thing. It's just really good. I've tried a bunch of different ones, and this is my go-to now, especially now that they have the smaller pin. And I am going to glue a little dab of glue at each intersection. Like so. And don't fret, it's only 25. And is it necessary? No. You could just do this on the outside ones and be safe, like if you don't have glue, or you're like there's a glue shortage where you're from. So that one's done. Now I'm going to weave in the other 4, 2 on this side, 2 on that side, just starting different. This one I went over, now I'm going under, over, under, over. Okay, now I have woven this. There are going to be a couple stragglies that come out. You can trim that later. But for now, just so that I can heat set it with my iron, I'm going to go ahead and tape a square. And then this allows me to remove the pins because now it's not going anywhere. And if I wanted to transport it and reuse this space to make my second one, then I can do so. This is a good way to eliminate that muda. So now these are both dry-ish. And I'm gonna have this on the outside of these two. So I'm gonna leave the tape on both of them for now. But what I need to do is trim these to get rid of any of the yuckiness over here. And we don't need them this long. So I am going to trim it at 2.5. Ta-da! Now you need these 2 that we're going to make the little cannolis, and I'll be right back. So now what we're gonna do is create the little cannoli part. And these are the only clips that I can find on my floor right now, and I know they're like super big, so if you have smaller, go for it. Yes, it's gonna go like so. We're gonna do 2 on each side. I like to have them all going the same way. So I'm just going to put a dab of glue here. Enough to where it's not going anywhere. But it doesn't have to like saturate that entire square below. And then now, clip it. I'll do this other one. This second one. See? Same way. A little dab of this glue. Dun, 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 dun. Here. And clip it. If you don't have clips, you can use tape. I'm probably going to use tape on half of this. I'll go ahead and show you. So hi, I'm back. And the next thing is to put these 2 together. Now these are 2 halves of one sentient being that are going to be wedded in bliss and holy matrimony forever and ever. And they're about to get super intimate. So you take them like this. That's what it looks like on the other side. Still have the tape on, don't need to take it off. Keep it like this. And these right here are gonna go inside this little cannoli part. But first, they're gonna kiss. So watch out, y'all. Might wanna hide your eyes. This gets into a PG-13 experience. Ah! Like so. Then you just take each one of these, stick it inside the cannoli. Stick that one inside the cannoli. Go all around to make sure that the little thing is inside every single cannoli. Dun, 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 dun. Like so. And then now I'm going to grab the clips and the glue again. And this is the last time you're going to have to set it and forget it for a bit. And so I will dab some glue on here. See? And then I am going to take it to where the point is right there on the edge. Because I'm going to trim the excess once it dries. And ta-da! I'll go ahead and do the opposite side just for symmetry. here. Ta-da. And now I'm going to go do this to all 8, so the remaining 6, and then let it dry. I'll meet you back when I'm done with all 8. And then just so you see where it is going, this right here is attaching to here. So let me show you on the other side in case you didn't see it in the beginning. So I'll put it right here so you can see it. But it's only going to the outer ring of the cannoli, not the inner ring of the cannoli. I'll put it like so. And clip it. Right, so just so you see this one, loosey-goosey. It's only that one. So now I have the other 4 to do. And then now we have one more glue spot. And I'll go ahead and remove the tape just to show you how cute it is, so I don't have to hide it from you anymore. Yeah, this is going to be a foxy ornament. For sure. The final thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get up in here. You can't really see it, but I am putting glue like in the center square. Like if it were Hollywood. So I'm doing a big old dab of glue in there. And now I'm going to find something heavy to put on there. Like this right here. And I'm just going to, boom, let it sit there so that the center is joined. I found that one that makes it more stable, and then it just adds more dimension to it. I mean, it might need something heavier, but I will return when this is all dry and I'll do the final steps. So yay, look at this. This is pretty boss. It's awesome. The only things we have left to do are to trim off that little extra on all 8 of the points and then add the string for it to hang. And then we have got ourselves an ornament. So I'll just cut these off and then I'll show you how I add my string. And then we'll call it a day and we can make ornaments all day together. Okay, so now I'm just going to put the string, and I'm using this little, I think it's for wrapping or whatever, give it that rustic feel, and you just put it inside the cannoli, but you're only going to go around the pole, like so, and I'll show you, see? Boom, like that. And then I hang it to where this is in the front, and you can't really see it. And then I don't trim these. This is probably about 12 inches of string. I don't trim them until I find a place to put them on the tree. Thanks for coming along the journey of my ornaments. Yay, I hope you loved the tutorial. This is one of my favorite parts of the holiday season, is making ornaments. I just happen to have a snow-dated collection that is thematically linked to it, so I'm going to be making a whole bunch, and I can't wait to see all of you join me. So, on that note, keep it positive. Make sure to subscribe. This is good stuff here, and thumbs up this video, and keep it positive. Mr. Domestic out.